What's up, everyone? We are here in the Jurassic room, and welcome to yet another episode of Dinosaurs of the Week, where all of you, the fans, get to pick what is showcased in each episode. And once again, as you can see, I was flooded with a bunch of awesome requests. So if you would like to leave a request for next week's video, then make sure you let me know down in the comments below. But now let's go ahead and check out all of your awesome picks for this week's episode. So to start off this week's episode, we got a request from the Dino Hunters for this Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous Dino Escape Scorpius Rex Danger Pack. And this is such a sweet set. It is a different Scorpius Rex than we got with our other set from Dino Escape. So that is really, really cool. I like how it's a little bit smaller actually. So since there were multiple Scorpius Rexes in Camp Cretaceous, you can kind of use both of them and say that they are the different ones. Now it also comes with a cool Kenji figure and a gyrosphere, which is really, really sweet. And then when we look at the back of the box, we get a good look at our Scorpius Rex, Kenji, and how you can actually fit a figure into the gyrosphere. So this right here is an awesome set to start off this week's episode with. Next up, we have a request from Otovio for this Jurassic World Dino Trackers Wild Roar Irritator, and this is a pretty cool figure with an interesting sculpt. I really like that long snout. I think it looks pretty cool, and it's got some pretty cool action features. Pretty sweet, and the colorway on it is not looking too shabby as well. And then on the back of the box, we get a better look at our Irritator and its levels of aggression, which is pretty cool. Again, nothing too crazy about this figure, but another pretty fun one to have in the collection, and it is a very interesting species in my opinion. Now, this next request here is from Stavarn for this Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous Dino Escape Yaz and Velociraptor Blue set, and this is pretty cool. So the Velociraptor Blue, I think, is a straight repackage, so there's nothing really crazy about that, but we do get this really nice Yaz figure right here, two compies, which are always really fun to have, and this cool little compass so they can find their way around Isla Nublar when the campers are lost. And then when we look at the back of the box, we get another good look at our Velociraptor Blue, our compies, and Yaz, and the compass that is included, which is pretty cool. Again, I do really love these story pack sets that came with Camp Cretaceous. I think it's pretty fun to get all the different campers in some different scenes and scenarios with different dinosaurs, and this one is definitely no exception and very awesome. Now we have another request here from Long Huang for the Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous Dino Escape Slash and Battle Scorpius Rex. And this one is what I was talking about, is different than the other Scorpius Rex. This one is bigger, even though it has a similar sculpt, but this one also has some cool features like the slashing arms and the chomping mouth. So this one is definitely a bigger scale and has more action features and playability to it, which does make it really, really cool. And then when we look at the back of the box, we get another good look at our Scorpius Rex, its roar and chomp, slashing action, and its tail strike. So you can actually pull its tail back here and boom, strike another creature, which is pretty awesome. This Scorpius Rex is probably, in my opinion, a little bit better than the one that comes with the Kenji pack, but the Kenji pack one is unique, so I do love the both of them. Now, this next request right here is from Rebecca D for the Jurassic World Chaos Theory Epic Evolution Battle Roaring Beckel Spinax, and this one does get requested a lot, and I really don't blame all of you because it is an amazing figure and my favorite Chaos Theory toy that has come out so far. Not only does it have a really awesome sculpt and a cool paint job, but it's got some awesome action features. When you go forward, you get some cool chomping action. And then when you go backwards, the spikes extend out of the tail, as you can see, which is really, really sweet. And then when we look at the back of the box, we get another good look at our Beckel Spinax and its Evolved for Battle and Rampage Attack, which is really, really sweet. Again, this is my favorite Chaos Theory toy that has come out so far, so it's one that I highly recommend all of you pick up for your collection. So now we got a request here from Dream Not Found for the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom Action Attack Suchomimus, and this is just such a sweet figure. It's got an awesome sculpt. I love its long snout, and it's got some cool features. Look at that cool head chomping action. You can really get that thing going, which is awesome. And I just love the blue paint job. I think it really makes this figure stand out. Then when we look at the back of the box, we get another good look at our Suchomimus and its massive chomping action, which is really, really sweet. Again, any of these Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom toys are really special to me because this is when Mattel first got the licensing, and that's kind of what got me into collecting again. So this one is no exception to the awesomeness of the Fallen Kingdom toys, and I'm happy to have it here in the collection. Now here's an awesome request right here from Diaz Pro for the Lost World Jurassic Park Thrasher T-Rex from Kenner, and this is one of my favorite toys in my whole collection. I grew up playing with this Thrasher T-Rex. I love the real feel skin. I love the sculpt to it. I mean, everything about this T-Rex is just absolutely incredible, and me having one in this sort of condition in my collection just makes it one of my holy grails. Now when we look at the back of the box, we get a good look at our Thrasher T-Rex with some nature scenes and some other figures, and we get advertisements for all of the other Lost World Jurassic Park toys, which is really, really sweet. Again, this is one of the most iconic Jurassic Park toys of all time, in my opinion, and one that any serious Jurassic collector needs to have in their collection. Now, this request right here came from Dark Suns for the Jurassic World Dino Rivals Dual Attack Allosaurus as seen at Battle at Big Rock. And this is honestly such a unique figure since we only got 2 toys with this Battle at Big Rock logo. We got this interesting sculpt on the Allosaurus, which honestly looks pretty nice in my opinion. And I love the bluish purplish color. I think it just gives it a cool tint, and that purple tongue is just super interesting to me. And we've also got some cool features like some slashing arms and a chomping mouth, which is pretty cool. And then looking at the back of the box, we get a better look at our Allosaurus with its chomp and slashing action. And of course, it comes with a collector card like all of the different Dino Rivals toys do. But this is definitely right up there in my top favorite Dino Rivals toys. So I'm super happy to showcase it in today's episode. Now, this next request right here is from Jurassic Lucas for the Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous Dino Escape Roar Attack Baryonyx Limbo. And this is pretty sweet because we got that pack of Baryonyxes that were hunting down the kids in Camp Cretaceous, and this is one of the cool ones. So this one's got the same sculpt as most of the Baryonyxes that we've seen, but does have a pretty cool green and brown colorway and 3 levels of sound. Which is really, really sweet. Then we look at the back of the box, we get a better look at Baryonyx Limbo, and again, it's 3 levels of sound. But another awesome figure right here from Camp Cretaceous, and another very cool one for all of us to have in our collections. Now, this next request right here was requested by quite a few people, and this is for the Jurassic World Legacy Collection Reimagined Roarin' Real Feel Carnotaurus that was just released, and oh my goodness, guys, I can't say enough about how awesome this figure is. We've got this sweet real feel skin, awesome paint job that resembles the Demon Carnotaurus from Kenner, and some awesome sound effects. And then when we look at the back of the box, we get a better look at our Carnotaurus, its real feel skin, and its roaring sounds. But this has got to be one of the coolest things that Mattel has done in quite some time, and something that I am extremely excited to now have here in my collection. Now we got another vintage request right here from Dinosaurs Roll for the Jurassic Park Series 2 Electronic Utah Raptor Ripper, which is honestly such a sweet figure. Of course, it's got that real feel skin again, like Kenner is so famous for, and it even comes with capture gear and has some screaming sounds. This one's still got the pull tab in it. It's so fresh from the 90s, so it's obviously not going to make any sounds. Then we look at the back of the box, we get a good look at our Utah Raptor Ripper and how you can put on the capture gear and how you can press and hold at the base to make the legs kick and get some of dinosaur sounds, which is really, really awesome. Again, anything from Kenner really hits my soft spot because it is from my childhood, and this is a toy that I played with a lot as a kid, so that makes this a very special piece for my collection. Next, we got multiple requests right here for the new Jurassic World Epic Attack / Attack in Spinosaurus, and I honestly don't blame everyone for recommending this one. This is such a sweet toy with an awesome sculpt and some cool features. Look at that. And then the coolest feature of all, look at that. That is sweet. And you gotta love those Spinosaurus sound effects. Then when we look at the back of the box, we get another good look at our Spinosaurus and how you can lift the arms to slash and chomp and the multiple activation areas, which is really, really cool. Again, this is one of the best toys that Mattel has put out, I think, in all of 2024, and one that I was super happy to pick up and have here in the collection. Now, this next request right here is from Ash Edits for a Spinosaurid dinosaur that's not the Spinosaurus. So I chose this Jurassic World Dominion Roar Strikers Ichthyovenator, which does look pretty cool. It's got a pretty cool sail on the back, very similar to a Spinosaurus, and that long snout like a Spinosaurus has, which is awesome. And it's got some pretty cool features. Pretty awesome, and I like this kind of tealish color with this lime green. I think it makes it look pretty cool. And then looking at the back of the box, we get another good look at our dinosaur here and how you can press down and roar as we just did. Again, this is a pretty cool figure and one that's in the Spinosaurid family, so that's why I picked this one for this week's episode. Now we've got another request here from Jawa Lombard for the Jurassic World Chaos Theory Epic Evolution All-Out Attack T-Rex. And honestly, this is one of the coolest T-Rexes that Mattel has given us, in my opinion, because it just has such a cool action feature. That is just so sweet. And then when you pump it a bunch of times, the T-Rex goes crazy. What an interesting feature, honestly. That's why I like this toy so much, just because the feature is so unique. And also the sculpt and colorway is pretty good as well. And this T-Rex just won't stop going, will it? And then when we look at the back of the box, we get another good look at our T-Rex and its continuous rampage attack, which is really, really cool. And you kind of see how the teeth grow as well, which is awesome. Again, a super unique T-Rex figure here, and one that I'm very glad that Mattel made. Now we've got another request right here from Godzilla Fire Burn for an Ultimasaurus, so I chose the Jurassic Park Chaos Effect Roland Tembo because it comes with an Ultimasaurus hatchling, as y'all can see here, and this is the only official Ultimasaurus that we ever got, so I'm super happy to have it here in the collection. But look how cute that thing is, and man, do I wish we had gotten a full version of it. Then we look at the back of the box, we get a look at our little baby Ultimasaurus again, which is really cute, and Roland Tembo. But again, I really wish that the Jurassic Park Chaos Effect line did not cancel the full-size Ultimasaurus. That would have been one of the ultimate Jurassic collectibles for all of us, and it'll always just be a what if, since many of us don't own one, even though there are some prototypes out there, but they're very hard to get your hands on and very, very expensive. Now, this request right here is from Flyman VR for the Jurassic World Primal Attack Soundstrike Majungasaurus, and the only reason I chose this one over the Quest for Indominus Rex set is because the Quest for Indominus Rex set is so big, it's hard to fit into the camera holding it like this, but this Majungasaurus looks really, really cool. It's got such an interesting sculpt, which is vastly different from the new one we got, and it's got this wild paint job, which makes it really, really interesting and some pretty cool features. Unfortunately, the batteries in this thing are now dead, which is not too much of a shock with the Mattel toy batteries. And then when we look at the back of the box, we get another good look at our Majungasaurus and its thrashing action and head strike, which is really, really awesome. But this is one of the more unique sculpts and species that we got in this Primal Attack toy line, so it makes it a really fun one for anyone to have. Now we've got a request here from Jacob D for the Jurassic World Dominion Strike and Roar Giganotosaurus, which is honestly a pretty cool figure. It's got a really awesome sculpt, but everyone always complained about this action feature because it's just such an awkward ball joint in the middle of the body. But as you can see, you can click it, which is interesting, and then you can get it to chomp here. So it's kind of hard to keep the dinosaur straight, but again, what can I do about that? And then when we look at the back of the box, we get a look at our Giganotosaurus and its strike and its chomp, which is pretty cool. Again, this figure could have benefited greatly by not having this weird mechanism in the middle of the body, because the sculpt is honestly pretty awesome, but I'm not going to complain too much because I still think this is a pretty cool toy. Now, this next request right here is from the Arab T-Rex for this Jurassic Park 93 Classic Line Tyrannosaurus Rex Off-Road Tracker Pack. And this is another incredible set that we got in 2024 from Mattel, because we've got a revamped Jeep right here that looks just like it did from Kenner in the 90s. And we've got a remake of the Series 2 Young Rex made by Kenner in the 90s, which is really, really awesome. So they really paid great homage here to the vintage toy lines, which I really love. Then we look at the back of the box, we get a better look at our Tyrannosaurus Rex, its capture gear, Ray Arnold, and the Jeep, which is just super awesome. This is definitely my favorite set that came out of the 93 Classic line, and it is kind of sad to know that the 93 Classic line is now done, but at least we got some awesome toys like this before they stopped making them. Now, this request right here is from Ultra Carterzilla for one of the rarest toys in my collection. This is the Jurassic Park 2009 Tyrannosaurus Rex Toys R Us exclusive, and it is a retool and a repaint of the Bull T-Rexes that we got from Kenner in the years past, but this one's a little bit different because it's got more of a harder body and actually articulated legs and ankles, but then still a soft head and neck, which is super, super interesting. And then when we look at the back of the box, we get a look at our T-Rex, and we actually get this cutout of the Ford Explorer. So you could actually punch this out. If you look really close, there's lines where you can punch out this Ford Explorer and make a cardboard Explorer that you can play with, along with this T-Rex and the military general that it comes with. So not only is this set super awesome, but it's also super rare and one of my prized possessions. Now we've got another request right here from the Jurassic guy for the Jurassic World Dino Rivals Bite and Fight Tyrannosaurus Rex. And again, this is another cool T-Rex that Mattel made with a pretty nice sculpt and a little bit more of an accurate paint job, which I like. And it's got a couple cool features like a whacking tail right here, and also this cool sideways chomping feature, as y'all can see. Pretty awesome. And then when we look at the back of the box, we get a good look at our Bite and Fight T-Rex and its twisting and turning biting action and its massive tail strike, which is cool. And then of course, Dino Rivals. So we've got a fun little collector card to collect. And then again, looking at this T-Rex, it is a pretty cool one. Again, it's got a pretty accurate paint job and a nice sculpt. So I think this is a pretty solid T-Rex toy that Mattel has made. Now we have a request right here from Juan Garza for the Jurassic World Dino Trackers Danger Pack Nothosaurus. And I know we've looked at this one a few times, but this is one of my favorite Dino Tracker figures. I just think this creature is so cool. I love the sculpt. I love the head. Look at those teeth. I think it just looks really cool. And I just like the color, everything. I like the way it stands. This is just a really awesome figure to me. When we look at the back of the box, nothing crazy. We just get an advertisement for some other figures along with this Danger Pack figure. But again, this is just such a cool toy, guys. Like, I know there's nothing crazy about it. It's pretty simple, but it's just one of the more unique figures that Mattel has given us. And it's one that I'm always really excited to have here in the collection. Now we've got another request right here from Nailosaur for the Jurassic World Dominion Hammond Collection Pyroraptor. And this is, again, another sweet figure. And Hammond Collection is always awesome, so we knew this one was going to be cool when it was coming out. But we got a pretty nice sculpt and some vibrant paint job with all this red, which looks really, really nice. And then, of course, really nice articulation like the Hammond Collection is known for. And there's another pretty good look at our Pyroraptor. And then on the back of the box, we get a really good look at the Pyroraptor, some of the different poses you can make, and the glass eyes, which they've been including with a lot of these different Hammond Collection figures, which I do think is pretty cool. But again, this is a fun little Hammond Collection figure and one that I'm super happy to own. And I do feel like this one's going to end up being a little hard to find since I've never seen it in stores and only ordered it online. So if this one is one that you haven't picked up yet, I would highly recommend doing so. Now, this request right here came from Braden Clancy for the Jurassic World Epic Evolution Wild Roar Gyprosuchus, and this is a sweet figure that looks like a prehistoric crocodile with a super long snout. I really love it when Mattel makes these types of creatures, and this one is no exception. I love the sculpt, and I really love the colors to it, and I love how the teeth fit together. Look at that. That is just so cool. And then it's got some pretty cool action features too, as you can see. Really, really awesome. And then when we look at the back of the box, we get another good look at our Gyprosuchus and its Rampage attack, which is really, really awesome. Again, I love it when Mattel makes these non-dinosaur prehistoric species. I think they make these pieces really unique and make them awesome additions to all of our collections. Now we've got another request right here from Adam Dino Adventures for this Jurassic Park 3 posable dinosaur Spinosaurus. And what's so unique about this is that it is just squishy all over, and it's even got a little bendy wire in the tail to pose it some, which is awesome. But it's got a completely different sculpt than a lot of the other Spinosaurus toys that we saw from JP3, and a little bit of a different paint job, so it does make this figure really unique. And again, just that soft feel to this figure makes it so satisfying for me. And then when we look at the back of the box, we get to see not one but two Spinosauruses stalking the jungle, which is not realistic to the movie, but it does make for a pretty cool picture on the back of the box, I'm not gonna lie. But again, looking at this figure, this is one of the cooler dinosaurs from JP3, and just that soft effect makes this so much fun and makes it a unique addition for my collection. Now, this next request right here is from Angel for a Jurassic Park Dimetrodon. So why not the original Jurassic Park Series 1 Dimetrodon here from Kenner, which is looking really, really awesome. This is just such a nostalgic toy for me because this is one I had a bunch of growing up. You can kind of pull its leg back to make its mouth chomp, which is pretty cool. And it's got this nice green paint job and a cool sculpt with these yellow spots going up its sail. And of course comes with this cool collector card, Jungle Surprise, with this Dimetrodon surprising them in the jungle. And then when we look at the back of the box, we get a good look at our Dimetrodon and how you can pull its leg down, like I was just saying, to get it to chomp. And we get a good look at a lot of the other dinosaurs from Jurassic Park Series 1 by Kenner. But again, this is just a classic toy for any Jurassic Park fan, and one that holds a lot of nostalgic value to all of us. And now this next request here is from Jake Omar for the Jurassic World Chaos Theory Epic Evolution Wild Roar Majungasaurus Major. And this is another really awesome piece that we've gotten from this Chaos Theory toy line so far. This Majungasaurus looks vastly different than the one that we got in the past, but it does look really, really nice. And I love this color that it has. I love this teal color. It just looks really, really cool. And then it's got some good features too. All kinds of awesome chomping and sound features. And then we look at the back of the box again, another good look at our Majungasaurus and its Rampage attack. But again, we have gotten a lot of awesome dinosaurs from this Jurassic World Chaos Theory toy line, and this one right here is no exception. Now we've got another good request right here from Isaac Dino for the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom Battle Damage T-Rex and Monolophosaurus pack, which is really, really cool. This T-Rex is the same as the Extreme Chompin' one we got, but it does have some of these battle damage scars on it, and it does still have its chomping action, which is cool. But then we get this Monolophosaurus right here that actually has the battle damage wound, which is honestly pretty cool. And then when we look at the back of the box, we get another good look at our T-Rex, its gigantic bite, its head and neck articulation, and how you can activate the battle damage on our Monolophosaurus. And this is honestly become a decently rare set since this came out all the way back in 2018 with Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, but this one is again pretty cool and one that I am always happy to have. Now, this request right here is from Brawlmet for any Hammond Collection figure of my choice. And so I actually chose the Jurassic Park 30th anniversary Pachycephalosaurus from the Hammond Collection because I think this one is a really underrated figure. I love the sculpt and I love the color paint job. It looks just like it did in the Lost World Jurassic Park to me. And then we look at the side, we get a good look at this Pachycephalosaurus. And then on the back, we get an even better look. But I've always thought that this is a really, really underrated figure and one of my favorites of the smaller figures from the Hammond Collection. And it may actually be my favorite small herbivore that we've gotten from the Hammond Collection. So that's why I chose to showcase this piece today. Now we've got a request here from Jurassic 99 for Blue and Beta, and unfortunately they never made a toy set that came with both of them, so I chose this Jurassic World Dominion Mazian Velociraptor Beta set and this Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom Velociraptor Blue Battle Damage so that we could have Blue and Beta on the screen together, and both of these are pretty cool toy sets. I like this sculpt that we got right here for Velociraptor Blue, and this is the only sculpt that we got right here for Beta, but that does not make anything shabby about them. They are still both pretty awesome, and I wish they kind of did a set with Blue and Beta together, but this is what we're gonna have to do for today's video. Now we've got a request here from Camila Segna for the Jurassic World Epic Attack Chompback Baryonyx, which is really, really cool. We've got some cool features of this dinosaur, like right here. Look at that. And now it does make some Indominus Rex sounds, which is a little bit odd, but it does have a really nice sculpt and paint job. I'd say my only complaint is how small the tail is. Like, it doesn't really look right with how big this Baryonyx is, but that's okay because I still think it's a really cool figure. And then when we look at the back of the box, we get another good look at our Baryonyx and its multiple activation areas. But this is the biggest scaled Baryonyx that we've ever gotten from Mattel, so that does make it a unique dinosaur for any of our collections. Now, here is yet another request from Antonio Domingo for the Jurassic World Chaos Theory 20 pack of mini dinos. And as you can see, woo, we've literally got 20 dinos in here. So there's a lot going on, and we get our characters from Chaos Theory as well, which is pretty cool. But we've got all kinds of awesome dinosaurs in here. As you can see, I do really like it when Mattel does these big packs of minis where you can actually see the figures yourself inside the window box, since I am a new inbox collector. And then when we look at the back of the box, we just get a list of everything that comes in here. And as you can see, it is a lot to digest, but it is all awesome in my opinion. Again, this is a really cool set that Mattel made here, and I'm always happy to add all these minifigures to my collection. Now, this request right here is from Jose Sixtos for the brand new release Jurassic World Chaos Theory Danger Pack Dasungapaterus. I probably said that horribly wrong, but it is a really cool pterosaur figure that has this really cool curved beak, and we've got these awesome sculpt with these really cool pattern on the wings. I like those orange stripy things coming down. I think it really gives this pterosaur right here some really awesome personality. And then the back of the box is nothing special. We just get some advertisements for some of the other danger packs that come in this assortment. But this is another brand new release that I just picked up in the past week, so that makes it a really awesome addition for today's video. And now the final request we have for today's video is from Medhi Laquil for the newest sauropod that has released, the Jurassic World Legacy Collection Diplodocus, which is awesome. As you can see, this figure is 56 inches long, so it is super, super massive, and it's just a really good looking figure. As you can see right here, look at this beautiful artwork with all these Diplodocuses out in the valley, which looks really, really nice. And then we get another pretty good look at our Diplodocus right there and here as well. But this is an awesome sauropod that scales up really well with all of the others that Mattel has given us. So this was a perfect figure to finish off today's episode with. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Dinosaurs of the Week. Again, if you would like to have a pick featured in next week's episode, then let me know down in the comments below. Want to see more awesome Jurassic content? Then hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications so that you don't miss any of my content. Also, check me out on Instagram and join my Discord server for so much more Jurassic fun. The links to everything will be in the description below. Check out more awesome Jurassic videos here.